Good morning. Theron Saranai. May Triple Gem bless you all. Welcome to the Buddhodpado Daily English Dhamma Talk. First, I would like to pay respect to our Lord Buddha and our spiritual guidance teacher Buddhodpado Arana. Let me say a few words about our spiritual guidance teacher's Dhamma. In Buddhodpado Aryanvasa's teachings, we learned the pure view of the Buddha and Buddha's correct preachings. The Buddha's view and teachings about there is no self, how the mind is created, and how the thoughts are created. The thought is an illusion. The thought is a lie. Yet letting go of the thought is the path to nirvana. The world outside is not true. The belief that the world outside is true will only create the false belief that self exists too. The Dhamma teaches us to let go of the duality of the world outside and the false belief that self exists. Letting go of the duality of Nama and form is path to nirvana. So, this understanding will enable you to realize the ultimate truth. In these Dhamma talks, our Dhamma friends help you understand the ultimate truth. So let's invite our Dhamma friends to share her knowledge about ultimate truth. Over to you, our Dhamma friend.
May Triple Gems bless you all. First of all, I'd like to pay my humble homage to Buddhodpado Aryanvansa and also our Mehinvansa. Today also, I'm going to discuss a small matter which I experienced last couple of years. So I want to tell you all that is mainly regarding a meditation method which I practice, and I thought it was the way of attaining Nibbana. That's why I want to share this experience with you now. Before 4 years, I went to a monastery. There were nuns in that monastery. The main reason I went there because I saw in a YouTube channel there was a nun who was practicing meditation more than 10 years. Could say and can experience a Nirodha Samapat. There was a topic in that video. 7 days that the nun or Mehinvansa experienced in that. After that, she revealed the experiences, how she had gone through it, right? I was really happy because I also wanted to get that experience. Even though I do meditation, I didn't have such a feeling. And I had, even though I felt it, but I didn't know that is which one is the real one, right? So what I did was I gave a call to the owner of the monastery and I told them that I want to meet that Mehinvansa. They all agreed and asked me to come And that made an answer. Right? So, when I went there, first of all, we were asked to stay there and listen Dhamma. I went with one of my friends. Right? The person who gave a speech regarding what is true Dhamma and the meditation methods, I listened it. Right? After the speech, the person who was conducted the someone asked us to start do Anapanasati. He gave some instruction little by little, and we closed our eyes and concentrate on that what he said. Right? After a few minutes, that means after half an hour like that, I got the bliss again. That means Aloka nature, right? My body was fully covered with that light. That means yellow color. I experienced my entire body became a yellow color one, and it was like a ball. Not, I felt it like that, right? Most of the time I felt it, but when I went there and started doing it, the same experience came in that place even, right? I was really happy. What I did was correct, right? During that time, right? The person who was conducting the meeting asked us, please come forward, those who are experience the yellow color light. You can see when you are closing your eyes, right? Then I raised my hand, right? Then few of us were asked to come forward and sit down in front of the monk, nun, right? Then they explain that is the main thing when you want to practice meditation and samasati. Right? That is the main thing you must gain. Otherwise, you won't be able to attend Nibbana or understand anything without that bliss. Right? I asked why. They told me, according to Ajahn Brahmavansa, that there are also explaining the importance of bliss. When you have a bliss, that means when we close our eyes, our whole body, we feel like a yellow ball, right? It's glittering, it's like golden color. Sometimes it is very bright, sometimes very light, sometimes after a few minutes it became a silver color, right? Then I was so happy because they told me that they got a Nibbana, and according to us, that monk Saman, we are practicing the same path, and you will be able to understand the theory under this situation easily because you have Samma Sati and Samadhi. Then I was really happy because I thought this is the end of my path because I tried many methods, more than 15 years, right? So I was so happy. Then They asked me to close my eyes and try to practice. And try to practice the same method which they had explained me earlier every day. Then I stayed there the entire day and came back home, right? The very next week, I was planning to go to that monastery and practice dhyana. Because they told me without dhyana, you won't be able to know vidarshana. The most important factor is if you have a bliss, you will easily practice vidarshana. Then I said, okay. Then they gave me kamatahan, how to achieve first dhyana, second dhyana, third one, and fourth one. That means vitakka vichara priti sukha ekagrata, right? He explained each and every, that nun explained me each and every steps. And this is vitakka vichara, this is priti sukha, and this is ekagrata, like that. He taught me. Right? Ekagrata means mind doesn't work like that. Because the feelings are not coming, it is hiding, right? I never thought it is hiding in those days. I thought that's okay. Because the mind doesn't work. It is like going into deep sleep. Because when we are in a deep sleep, we won't feel anything. My mind is not working, right? Like that, hours and hours we can stay, right? After that, akasanyayatana, akinchayatana, neosanya, nasanya, like that, arupa dhyana also practice. They gave me another new kamatahan. Then finally, I was able to do everything what they have explained me. Right? Then they said, when your mind, when the feelings are not coming, this is known as Nirodha Samapatti. That means that is the end of the path. When you are practicing it over and over again, one day you will attain Nibbana. Like that they told me, right? What I did was, I practiced it more than 8 hours, 9 hours, like that. But I didn't know the mind is hiding, right? Nevasanya, nasanya means then sometimes the signal comes, sometimes there is no signals. That means comes and goes. At the beginning. But when we stay, when we concentrate on our breathing, the mind will disappear. Disappear means hiding. According to Arana explain, it is hiding. Thoughts are hiding. I didn't know about it even, right? I thought that I can have a control over my mind. They also said like that. This, when you have something, when you practice it over and over again, you can have a control over your mind. I didn't know anything about it. It was a sensor. Then 2-3 months I practice it at home, and when I want to go there, I call them and I stay with them. and practice it, right? Finally, they told me if you can stay 7 days in this meditation method, that means Nirodha Samapatti, that means they gave me a indirect idea, you can attain Nibbana. But at once it is not possible to do. You have to practice more than 2 years like that, they told me, that nun told me, because the way that nun had practiced explained me. Because of that, I thought, somehow I won't practice it, and one day I would be able to stay more than 7 days. After 7 days, we are awakening you, and little by little you can have your feelings and thoughts are coming into your mind. Then I asked that nun, how did you stay? That nun told me, that Maharaj told me, no feeling coming at all, don't know where we are living even. Even didn't feeling that we are breathing even. But we have to make a strong determination before we go start that meditation. And we have to say this from this day to this day, I am going to stay like that. Like, we have to, first of all, we have to determine. That means in Sinhala, Adhisthana Karana. Like that. Strong idea that have to tell into our mind, right? So after 7 days, somebody must call us and we have to get rid of from that. If someone is not talking to us, we will die, right? That Maharaj told me, if one day pass, I wouldn't be able to eat. That's why 7 days only we can survive like that, right? Yeah, I asked, how did you manage to eat very once? Slowly I drank water and slowly I took food. It took me more than 2 weeks to come to a real situation. Like that nun said me. I said, that is okay, no problem. I also wanted to have an experience like that, right? Actually, I thought that Meenwas is so fortunate, and she had a lot of experiences in that meditation methods, and she has practiced it. And the determination, strength that nun had was amazing, right? And I thought it is an amazing one. That is the only one I heard. That the 7 days that my master would stay 7 days. I have never seen and heard even before. Okay, then I had a very good relationship with that nun, and sometimes she called me and asked me, how are you doing? How is your meditation? Are you okay with that one? After Nema Sanya, Nasanya, Dhyana practice, you can easily, it's that system comes to you automatically, nothing to worry. after 2-3 years, you will be able to stay the same way which I went like that. That nun told me. I was really happy. Okay, then I sometimes I get advices from that man in Mahans. Because I was so happy. I thought that is the end of the path. My aspiration or determination will come true one day. Every day I go and observe sale, and every month or every weekend we have programs at that place. I went with my family members even. When I was practicing that Niyosanya Nasanya Dhyana, that means Arupa, I didn't feel anything. After few hours, I didn't feel anything. Actually, mind is hiding in that situation. Now only I got to know it, right? Can't feel anything even. And stay. That means, according to Arana, it is Asanya Talaya. One layer. But I have heard Asanya Talaya is so dangerous because the lifespan is so very long and won't be able to understand the true Dhamma even. But during that time, I didn't have any idea. Right? Then I have another friend of mine, she is also practicing it. And I asked her to come there and practice this thing. And she was agreed with me and came and got Kamatahan and did the same thing. And she also able to do the same thing and can stay more than 2-3 hours. And she also didn't feel anything. And she also very happy about it. Now only I got to know her. Now only means after hearing to Dhamma, I realized that was the methods practiced by Pastor also. It was so dangerous, right? Really dangerous. Because when your mind is hiding, how can we identify our thoughts? Actually, it is hiding. I can't explain it even. Mind is not working at all. Because I have read a book according to Methmal that there was teacher, Achancha, also had the same thing, and that terror didn't even feel anything, and when we have a pain even, that terror go to that samadhi and stay 2-3 days. And I have heard that the doctor said that heart is not working, but the Thero is right, that Akancha, the teacher of John Brahma also. An amazing thing happened, that Thero awakened again and did work as usual after 2-3 hours. Anytime that moment can attain due to a very good practice. Right? Then I have heard in Thailand, Thero was attending Nibbana And even I read books about meditation and dhyana. Especially I was listening Ajahn Brahmavansa's summons and her books at home, and I got knowledge about the meditation. That was the method practiced by these nuns when I went there, and they did do the same thing. And they said me, that nun said me, that is how Achan Brahmavansa and Achan Chachiro attain Nibbana. That is the only method. There was no any other method to attain Nibbana. So, is it okay? Like that I did. So one day when I was practicing, I felt there is something wrong in that method. But I haven't heard Dhamma of the Father Aryan Master. I felt that is wrong. Fortunately, I felt it because thoughts are not coming and can stay. Maybe asanya layer. I thought like that. Maybe that one they explain me. It may be the one which I do now. Right? When I search Dhamma regarding asanya layer, right? When I got some information about it, right? Then what I did was I gave up my meditation. I didn't do anything. Sometimes I did metta meditation, that's all. I gave up it. Right? But that samadhi always coming. It's really hard for me when I sit on the floor or anywhere, that samadhi comes automatically. It's a real headache for me. Now even it became a headache because at once it comes. The balance of the body also losing during that time. Can't stand even, right? Physical balance also losing because of the samadhi, deep samadhi, right? Finally, I thought I was wasting my time on this method. I don't want to go to that place again. Then I gave up all the method what I followed with them. Because I felt it that it's wrong. I don't know how I felt it. It came to my mind. No, this is not the way. Because I also realized the mind is somehow hiding. But according to Buddha said, you are get rid of your mind, not hiding your mind when you are free from your soul. Right? Then I try to match with this concept which I followed and which Lord Buddha said. Then these concepts are totally different, right? Okay, then I thought, no problem, I don't want to do anything. Somehow I wanted to listen to Dhamma because Sakaditi will remove by listening correct Dhamma. That feeling came again to my mind, not the way I practice, right? Then I give up all the meditation methods, even Anapanasati. Only I do with metta. Then I was unhappy because now I felt I was alone, but no one is helping me to understand the correct part of true Dhamma. Again, I stopped going to that monastery and to the temple, and where I am went earlier, I didn't go. I stayed at home. I was really worried because how can I learn through Dhamma? But I never gave up my idea of learning through Dhamma. It was always in my mind, right? Then I listen different types of Dhamma in YouTube, right? But I feel after listening, no, it is not the correct thing. There is no any factor which I wanted to know, but I never told anyone this is what I really want. Again, I try to listen something new in YouTube. Then after 2 or 3 weeks, I have the same feeling. No. But anyway, I never gave up of listening to any Dhamma because I felt one day it might happen. I never give up my idea of listening Dhamma. Each and every day I find through Dhamma. One day I might get through one. Like that feeling I had. With that feeling I live, right? But inside there's a sorrow. There's a sorrow because I practice meditation. Then I realized it was not the correct path. I listening Dhamma every day, but there is no solution for my problem. And how can I learn to get rid of mine? There is no any other way. What should I do? Like that every day I'm thinking. Because there's a struggle in my mind, right? I couldn't explain the struggle which I had earlier, right? Because I didn't know that Dhamma, the formation of mind. I wanted to tell you, Akasanyayatana, Vinyayatane, Akinyayatane, Nirasanya, Nasanya, these are Aropa Dhyana. Even though they were interested, you won't be able to attain Nibbana from this method. 100% it is true. Because Arana say it is 100% true. Because I have learned these things, I practice these things. Not like Arana may have practiced more than 30 years. I practiced only 10 or 12 years, right? My experience are not tally with the Aranvas, right? But I can tell you all, the Asanya Tale is so dangerous. Oh my goodness, when we when we gain it, you won't be able to get rid of your mind because it is a comfortable place because we didn't feel anything and we feel that is the mind says that is the Nibbana. It comes automatically, right? It comes automatically. After dying, we won't feel anything. The mind is dead. Like that we think, right? And the hardest thing is to get rid from that idea is also very difficult. One of my friends, I told you earlier, she's still practicing it more than 5-6 hours and she's talking to me, but I didn't tell any single word because I explained her it is not the method of attaining Nibbana, right? But she didn't agree with me, right? I sent the links even. You have to listen this Father Lesana, Savants, and you match the things you are practicing it and you feel, and with this Dhamma. He said, no, I cannot understand anything. I get so many troubles. Therefore, I gave up of listening. Then I said, okay, no worry, that is your choice. No, I don't want to interfere you. But you keep in mind, one day you will realize it. Till then, I will keep silent. I told her, right? They are thinking the teacher who is teaching her, even you are now living, when you go can go to that samadhi, nothing to worry. You will understand it one day. I told my friend, I tried to explain that this is asanyatana, but she couldn't understand it. What I did was I keep silence, even though she's talking to me. I never tell any single word. I tried a lot to get rid of that feeling of her, but she thinks I am comfortable with that. So my mind is not my thoughts are not coming. That is what Lord Buddha said. Therefore, I'm receiving Nibbana. I feel it. That is the end of the path. I have already got it. So I don't want to give up this method. I said, okay, no problem. You do your thing. I don't mind. I'm not angry with you. I no need to angry. That is your path. But I'm not doing it at all. Just imagine. Then finally I had through Dhamma, Buddha, Padwar and Master. Then I told about this. This must be with our practice. Sangatana. Then Arana said that yes, it is true. And Arana also told me it's very difficult to get rid from that feeling of anyone because they always think that is Nibbana. That is 100% true. Luckily, I didn't have that feeling. I felt it that is wrong because I always match with the concept which Buddha said and what we are practicing. Luckily, I was able to remove that false idea in my mind 100%. Then I hours and hours I spent during last 2, 3 years, not 2, 3 years, before 5 years, I think. That is a very good experience for me because I know that is entirely wrong. If I didn't do it, I don't know. I didn't know what it was, and I can't say that is wrong. Because now, what is Samma Samadhi and Michya Samadhi, I know the difference between those two. Right? Samma Samadhi means when you are free from your mind, that is Samma Samadhi. There is no one is there, right? Dr. Arana said, not hiding your thoughts and feelings. Just imagine the people who are practicing samadhi is really dangerous because when you are go deeper and deeper in it, your mind gets stuck with that feeling. The mind doesn't like to remove that idea which you are experiencing. That is the hardest part, right? It's really, really dangerous. The lifespan is so high. That means according to Arana said, that vibration, that spark has a long period. We cannot think even the duration, the time of getting a new spark. It's really hard to explain even. Right? Just imagine if you are getting to that place, what will happen to you? That means I never say not to do practice meditation. I can't say like that. That is your choice, but you have to keep in mind there are some situations you are getting into trouble. You are getting into trouble. Rather than get into trouble, if you can listen to True Dhamma and get Samma Samadhi, Samma Sati, Animitta Samadhi, there is no nimitti. That means feeling or thought in that Animitta. Then you don't want to close your eyes and do it, right? When you are free of your mind, from your mind, automatically you are having Animitta Samadhi, Samma Samadhi. Nimitti is not get power. They don't have any power. You know your mind is a part, not true. For you, the thoughts are not true, right? Therefore, please try to understand Animitta Samadhi and Mithya Samadhi. When you are free from your thoughts, any time, any posture, you can experience that Samadhi, Animitta Samadhi. There is no nimitti. In Sinhala, nimitti balaganu natta. But Mithya Samadhi means false Samadhi. Your mind is hiding. When you are awakening, that means going out of the meditation, come out of the meditation, again your mind is working, your mind become true. You are living in an illusory world, right? Why? You don't know the difference between those two. Those who are known this correctly in Animitta, what is Animitta, you will be able to understand what you have, if you have done it, what you have done earlier, right? You can easily understand. Today I want to highlight this factor because I got into trouble, right? I wasted my time. It doesn't matter. It is a very good example for me because that's why I can tell you all this is wrong, this is correct, right? Without knowing that, no one can explain even. Like Arana was how many times Animitta Samadhi and Mitra Samadhi, how many times that Arana was explained us, right? It is really important. It is really important because these Samadhi make us mad. No salvation sometimes. If you are lucky enough, then only you will be able to come to the correct path. Which yes, right. If you are free from your mind, if there is no nimitti, that means feeling or thought, you are in a samadhi, right? But constantly we don't get it because we didn't attend Nibbana, but time to time you can feel it. There is no person in that. It comes automatically when the mind is free from your thoughts. Thoughts are coming, but if it is not becoming true, that samadhi can experience, can have. Right. I want to highlight that point again. There is no nimitti, right? That means your mind is not becoming true. That means your thoughts are not true, right? Even the thoughts are coming as usual. Everything you can see, you do what you can see, you can hear, what you taste, what you feel in your body, not becoming true. These are only feelings or thoughts, and they are not true. Through your wisdom, not in your mind, not through your knowledge, right? Then you will be able to get free from your mind and animitta samadhi can experience. Will come automatically. Will get it, right? It takes time even because, because most of the time we live with our illusory world. We think that our feelings are true. Because of our feelings, we do everything, right? Mind is got hacked with the thoughts, right? We are hacked by the thoughts, right? Therefore, it's hard for you to understand what is nimitta and animitta. When nimitti, that means your feelings have more powers, you have to understand the clear path and you have to understand the formation of your mind by listening to Dhamma according to Buddha Padma advance. That is, every day I'm telling you, Satyajnana, that is the most important thing you have to understand. Satyajnana is the real path, fundamental, the foundation to understand through Dhamma and to go on this path. Then Krutanyana, that you have to practice. So that means, I told you, no need to memorize it. It comes automatically, right? Therefore, if you are doing one kind of meditation method, it doesn't matter, but there you have to be very careful with those methods. No one has told us this is nimittagata samadhi. Everybody says this is samma samadhi. Like We get the false idea because they don't know about it. That's the thing. We didn't want to blame them because didn't have wisdom still for them even, right? I'm not going to blame them. I'm not blaming them because they haven't heard the clear true dharma. Because of that, according to their teachers, they practice it and they feel it and they explain us to everyone, right? That's the way the meditation methods they do, right? After getting more experiences, they explain the things, what they feel and what they get. And we also try to do the same thing, right? If your mind is scattered, if you have a scattered mind, that means your thoughts are coming. That means if you have no control over your mind, sometimes if you have a restless mind, it doesn't matter if you can practice samatha, because you must have a control over your mind to listen Dhamma. It doesn't matter, right? You have scattered mind. To a certain limit only, it is helping you. When you go deeper and deeper, I think it is not good. It is not a correct method. Not good means not a correct method. You are wasting your time on unnecessary thing, I guess. If you know about this program, why don't you waste your time? You don't want to waste your time on these methods, right? What I guess, right? You can get the maximum opportunity of practicing this true Dhamma and understanding the concept of Arana says, and you will be able to get rid of your mind one day, right? Fully, little by little. I'm also doing it the same thing, but I haven't get rid of my mind fully all the time, right? Still, I'm practicing it, right? According to Arana's advices, right? That is what I want to tell you all. Be careful when you are practicing Pasvagathausan, what they really did, right? Especially Arupa. It's really dangerous. Neva Sanya and Asanya is the last one. After that, you will get Asanya. It's really hard for you to get rid of from that feeling because it is a comfortable feeling we are getting, but there's a person in there. We won't feel it because we feel there is no one there, right? There is no one there, but there is a person. There is a person. The mind is hiding, but there is a person inside, right? Your perception of your soul is haven't removed. It is your soul is always there, right? Every time your soul is there. Even though you are practicing doing it, your soul is there, but the mind is hiding, but you are getting comfortable feeling, but your soul is existing, right? Why we are doing like this? Because you are unaware of this. I also unaware of these methods. Now you have to Dhamma, right? If you are listening it, especially the meditation methods, I think Arana had so many YouTube sermons about this theory, I think. I heard of them. I was really happy. I was fortunate to get rid of that feeling, right? If not, still I'm doing the same thing. So what the use of being a human being even, right? Being a human being means you have a mind, you can think you can guess what is correct, what is wrong. It may take time, it doesn't matter. But you are fortunate that you are having true Dhamma every day. You can listen to this, right? Those days I didn't have these things. Only 2 years I got into this path because before that I didn't know about Pada and Vase. Even though I searched in YouTube, I wanted to go and look into that, but I didn't get a chance even. So just imagine if I have searched it earlier, I think I didn't I want to waste my time on these unnecessary things. That's the way you have a time to get into the correct path. I'm not worried about it. Somehow I got it. No, now it doesn't matter for me, right? So today I want to tell you all again, please try to understand what is nimitta samadhi or animitta samadhi, right? And don't get a incorrect idea about the bliss. Bliss means aloka nimitta. So another part, another important factor I want to tell you all. When you get aloka nimitta, we are thinking that we are free from your mind. No, not is like that. Right? That is not true. So therefore, dear friends, I wanted to tell you again, when you are going this path, try to understand the theories of formation of mind. Theory means the way of formation of your mind, and you can find where your soul is, and when your soul is becoming more power, you can reduce it, you can identify where you are. And when you are free from your soul, for a moment even, you know it. But it comes automatically when you are living the feel. Feel is not coming always because we are still practicing it. Right? When you are living with your will, you will be able to understand what I'm telling you. It is because it's really hard for me to explain without mind how we get do your work. That means no, we are not going into deep with our thoughts, right? It comes automatically. When animitta comes, samadhi comes, you are free from your mind, right? But it takes time. That samadhi not always existing for us because still we are yoga vachara like that, right? Still we are practicing the true dharma. One day we will realize it 100%, right? Therefore, it has time. And keep in mind those factors which I explained. I think they are important for everyone. So, because I went through a lot of difficulties and had many trouble with those methods, somehow I managed to get out from these troubles. That's why I'm sharing all these things with you all. So today I want to conclude my discussion now. May Triple Gem bless you all. Again, I wanted to pay my humble homage to Buddha Padre Arana Master and also Many Master. Everyone
Saranai. That's all for today. Thank you, our Dhamma friend, for your valuable speech. Everyone Saranai, everyone.